What is going on, guys? Today we're checking out some more DLC for MX vs ATV Supercross, and today we're going to be covering the DLC bikes, the quote-unquote the OEM, I guess, or the real-life 450s. First thing to point out, though, is with the Honda 450, for whatever reason, it does not save. If you put stuff on it like how it's customized, and as soon as you close your game, whatever you customize this bike to is lost. Don't know why that happens, but it does. Probably just leave the stock thing on there because we paid for Honda, so we're going to leave it like that. Handlebars, we're going to make those red because you want them to match. Exhausts, which you get the dual exhaust here. I'll explain why about this bike in a minute, about why I would buy this one and not the other ones, because, yeah, you'll see here. I'm going to explain that as soon as I get done here. Let's make those reels red. You can still customize it. You can't change the graphics kit, but you can customize everything else just fine. Go with that race tech suspension, right? Brakes, oversized, number plates. Nah, let's leave those white. But here's something I want to point out. Notice how that white on the number plate's a brighter white than the plastics on the number plate. This is what bothers me a shitload about these bikes. See how that's so much more white? Then it just doesn't look right. Now, I'll show you why in a minute. We're going to be covering, I guess this is going to be overall for a sweeping thing of all the DLC bikes. I only bought 2 of them, because I just wanted to see if they actually performed any differently than the stock 450s up, where are they at? Stock 450s, like these 2 450s. I want to see if they actually perform any different, and to my knowledge, I can't tell a difference between them, so they don't actually run any faster, so there's no real purpose in buying them, except I'd say if you're going to buy one, buy the Honda just because you get the dual exhausts, and if you're gonna end up like customizing it with all these different graphics kit things on there anyway, you're not going to tell it's a Honda except for the dual exhausts, whereas on something like the Suzuki, down here, you can get a bike that looks reasonably pretty much exactly like that, just by changing graphics kits on the other stuff. So this is where I got a bit upset here. See, that looks all right there, but if you want to run the stock stuff, which is down here, that number plate just here. I wish, like the picture they showed this, they had the black front fender, the black number plate with the yellow plastic radiator shrouds, yellow plastic number plates, and the black plastic rear fender. I wish they would let you just run it with no number plates for number plates if you could just have nothing there, so you could have it looking like just like a stock bike. I imagine that can't be that hard to add in if they set option for no number plates, so you could just have it stock with like the black plastic on the front with nothing on it, because I thought that looked pretty nice, and I thought I'd be able to do that, but you can't, sadly. And like if you just run the yellow number plates, like, oh, I don't want number plates on it, so I'd rather have it look like it's stock. Notice how the shade of yellow on the number plates is brighter than the shade of yellow on the plastic, and if you look closely, you can kind of see a little gap right there about where it changes, and that's what bothers me about it. So it just doesn't look like it's done very well. I don't know, that probably doesn't bother anybody else, but that really irks me so much, and that bothers me so much. Like, the yellow is not the right shade of yellow, it doesn't match it, so you can't really run this thing without number plates and have it look alright. That kind of irks me about this. So I would not buy this one for that reason. I would suggest you do not buy the RMZ 450. If you're going to buy a DLC, I'd just buy the Honda, because if you're going to customize anyway, you're going to have the dual exhaust on there. So that's the story behind that. This is just for the OEM bikes we're going to cover in this video. Overall sweeping thing of them, as I said before, because I don't see a purpose in buying all of them, because it gets ridiculously expensive if you try and buy all of them. I'm just going to go to a... actually, no, we can do a Supercross race. We'll do Supercross races. Pick a track that's not DLC, because we're going to cover those in a different video. Let's go to Indianapolis. Sure, why not? And we'll just start the race up here, and they're going to load on in. And we're good to go now. And as you can see, this was a bad track to pick. Oh, no. It started at 30 frames a second. It's up to 48 now. The Supercross tracks, for the most part, they do run away, in which I can actually play them and get some enjoyment out of it. But as you can see, there's a dual exhaust, which I think looks kind of cool. Oh, it blew the start there. There we go. I don't know, this is just, it rides exactly like a regular 450, just this one has a dual exhaust on it, so if you're going to buy one, I'd suggest you buy the Honda for the dual exhausts, but as I said before, I don't know why there's some glitch with the Honda 450s in this game right now, where it does not save your customization, it just resets the bike back to everything's stock on it every time you load up the game. Don't know why. It just does that. Maybe Nordic will fix that in the future. But yeah, this rides literally exactly like every other 450 in the game, so if you're looking just for something just look a little bit different, you can go ahead. I'd grab the Honda one. I wouldn't really pick up any other ones, because as I mentioned, I don't know how any other ones work, but I'm imagining that the number plate situation is going to be like it is for the Suzuki 450 and the Honda 450 here, where they don't look right, they're not the right color to match it. It'd be nice if you could run these, especially with these OEM bikes, I just want to be able to run them without number plates. with no numbers on them, just the bone stock plastics, and I want like the black plastic of the Suzuki to look like it did in the picture they posted to promote the thing. That'd be nice, but apparently they decided to have it look different in the pictures they used to promote. Because they used for the thing about the DLC, they used I already said this. They used the thing with the black plastic on the front fender and number plate, and the yellow plastic on the back to promote it. And then I assumed I'd get that, and I didn't, which was honestly depressing. But yeah, again, hopefully you can tell by this. This just rides like a regular 450. You can scrub it, whip it, all that. Which again, the scrubs in this game actually, I don't know. It's been a while since I played, but I don't remember the scrubs being as. They used to be a lot worse, and they actually work now, which is nice. The whips and everything, they're getting there. The whips aren't there entirely yet, I'd say, but the scrubs, for the most part, are there. They're not like the reflex style of whips where you can just kind of throw them out and have it go crazy all over the place all the time. I guess that was their solution to fixing the whip glitch, is just remove the ability to whip like that. If I try and fling it up, like, you can't really bring it back, so I guess that's sort of more realistic than reflex is. But yeah, you can like scrub stuff pretty well on this now. You can like preload as you scrub, which just sends you flying, and it's all kinds of... Oh, it's very arcadey, but I'd say it's considerably... This game is extremely arcadey, very arcade game, but I'd say it's way harder to be fast at this game than it is in Reflex. So with Reflex, there was none of this preload bullcrap, so you just kind of... The tracks just kind of worked, and they'd pretty much... It was easy to figure out, okay, you can go this fast, hit this jump this way, and then you'll hit the landing. Whereas in this game, it's like, okay, go this fast, preload this amount, scrub this way, and then you'll hit the landings. It's a lot harder. But anyway, that's going to cover it for the OEM Bikes DLC. Hope you guys found this interesting, and we'll have more of these videos coming out in the future to help try and educate and protect the consumer from potentially bad decisions. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later, and I appreciate all the support.